Welcome to the City of Louisville Remote Planning and Zoning Commission meeting over Zoom. Today is May 4th, 2021, and we have a quorum present virtually. I want to give everyone listening from home some instructions on how to speak if you desire to. If you are viewing on your computer or through the smartphone application, press the raise your hand button. If you have called into the meeting, press *9 to raise your hand to speak. Once your hand is raised, staff will bring this to my attention, and we will let you speak after the item is read and the staff presentation given. If you are having trouble using these features, please email planning@cityoflouisville.com or call 817-938-4409 for assistance from staff. The first item on the agenda tonight is the approval of the minutes from the April 20th meeting. If there are no changes or corrections or additions, may I have a motion?
I move to approve.
Motion by Aram.
Second.
Second by Karen. We will do a roll call vote. William?
Aye.
I also vote aye. Alvin? Alvin, you're muted.
Alvin.
Aye.
Karen?
Aye.
Aram?
Aye.
And Francis?
Aye.
The motion passes. We have, looks like 5 regular hearings on plats tonight. And the first one is a regular hearing final plat of the Northview Baptist Church, Addition Lot 1RA, Block A, on a 2.269 acre lot out of the P.K. Wagner Survey, abstract number 1342, and the S. Riggs Survey, abstract number 1074, zoned a single-family residential district located at 1981 North Mill Street and 126 Hedgerow Lane, being a replat of Northview Baptist Church Addition, Lot 1R, Block A, and Oak Ridge Park Estate Section I, Lot 5, Block 1.
Good evening, Commissioners. So staff has reviewed this plat and provided comments. Our recommendation to the Commission tonight is to disapprove the plat pending resolution and disapprove the plat and delegate to staff the authority to approve once all of the deficiencies are resolved.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. Do we have any questions for Michelle before we take a motion on this? And if not, then may I have a motion on this item, please?
Move to disapprove with giving staff the okay to approve once all the deficiencies are corrected.
We have a motion by William.
Second.
Second by Karen. Roll call vote is William.
Aye.
I also vote aye. Alvin?
Aye.
Karen?
Aye.
Aram?
Aye.
And Francis?
Aye.
Motion passes. The next regular hearing is a preliminary plat of Discovery at the Realm, Windhaven Edition, containing 81 residential lots and 9 common area lots on 11.28 acres out of the R.F. Hardin Survey, abstract number 613, with a variance for a zoning designation of Townhouse District, located at the southeast corner of Windhaven Parkway and Kreider Road.
Good evening again, Commissioners. So this plat, staff is also recommending disapproval and delegate to staff the authority to approve once all conditions are met. One of those conditions will be they need to obtain a variance from the City Council to the 1996 agreement to use the TH2 zoning district. I'm available if you have any other questions.
Are there any questions?
What's TH2?
It stands for Townhouse 2, and it's one of our smaller townhouse zoning districts. They're actually proposing primarily duplexes on this plat, but that would be allowed within the Townhouse 2 zoning district. Their lot configuration as they have it, though, would not have worked under any of the zoning districts we had in 1996, which is why they need that variance to the 1996 agreement to use one of our more modern zoning districts.
Anyone else?
Move
If
to
not-
disapprove pending staff corrections and sent back to the chair for signature.
Is that a motion by Karen?
I
Second.
second.
I'm going to second by Alvin. And roll call vote, William?
Aye.
I vote aye. Alvin?
Aye.
Karen?
Aye.
Aram?
Aye.
And Francis?
Aye.
Motion passes. The next regular hearing is a final plat of Riverview Industrial Park Edition, lots 3R-1 and 3R-2, Block A, on 10.44 acres out of the R.H. Barksdale Survey, abstract number 46, zoned heavy industrial district, located at the southwest corner of South Riverview Lane and Jubilee Lane, being a replat of Riverview Industrial Park Edition, Lot 3R, Block A.
Good evening, Commissioners. Staff has reviewed this plat and recommends that the Planning and Zoning Commission disapprove the plat for the listed deficiencies and delegate to staff the ability to accept and approve once the deficiencies are corrected.
Thank you, John. Does anyone have any questions for John regarding this plat? May I have a motion?
I move to disapprove as presented, giving staff the authority once deficiencies are met to send back to chair for signature.
Motion by Aram. We have a second.
Second.
Second by William. Excuse me, we have a roll call vote. William?
Aye.
I vote aye. Alvin?
Aye.
Karen?
Aye.
Aram?
Aye.
And Francis?
Aye.
Motion passes. The next regular hearing is a preliminary plat of Discovery at the Realm South Edition, containing 61 residential lots and 3 multifamily lots on 84.06 acres out of the B. Schoonover Survey, abstract number 1209, and A. Singleton Survey, abstract number 1138, with a zoning designation of multifamily district and variances for a zoning designation of Townhouse 2 district, located at the southwest corner of Windhaven Parkway and Lady Tessela Avenue.
Commissioners, staff has reviewed this plat and recommends that the Planning and Zoning Commission disapprove the plat for the listed deficiencies, delegate to staff the ability to accept and approve once the deficiencies are corrected. One of the deficiencies would require a city council approval for a variance to allow a Townhouse 2 zoning district.
Okay. Thank you, Joan. Are there any questions for John?
Back again to the Townhouse 2. Is this a preferred zoning by the city of Louisville? Is this something we want or something we don't want?
So this is a zoning that we've approved for the Castle Hills Phase 10 and other large residential developments in the Castle Hills. They're limited to the zonings that were in effect in 1996, and Townhouse 2 was the zoning that didn't come until after that. So this is a fairly common variance for the Castle Hills area and has been approved before.
A little bit of further information, the Townhouse 2 district was developed in part to provide an option for home ownership to downzone multifamily zone properties to single family home ownership type properties. And actually this area of Castle Hills was originally kind of planned to be primarily multifamily. So it's being used for its intended effect here.
Okay. Do you have any more questions or concerns about this? If not, may I have a motion, please?
Move to disapprove with giving staff the okay to approve once all the deficiencies are corrected, including the variance for Townhouse 2, and bring back to the chair for signature.
Motion by William.
I'll
Second.
second.
I was going to take Aram this time. Second with Aram. Roll call vote. William.
Aye.
I vote aye. Alvin.
Aye.
Karen.
Aye.
Aram.
Aye.
Francis.
Aye.
Motion passes. The final regular hearing on plats for this one is a final plat of the Louisville Service Center, lots 3R1 and 3R2, Block A, on 19.493 acres out of the James Sutton Survey, abstract number 1156, zoned public use district, located on the north side of Valley Ridge Boulevard, approximately 2,000 feet east of North Keeley Avenue, being a replat of Lot 3, Block A, Louisville Service Center addition.
Good evening again, Commissioners. So again, staff has reviewed this and provided a list of deficiencies. We are recommending disapproval due to deficiencies and delegation of staff to designate it when approved and bring it back to the chair for signatures.
Okay, Commissioners, are there any questions for Michelle? If not, may I have a motion?
I'll move to disapprove as presented, giving staff the authority to approve once deficiencies are met and bring back to the chair for signature.
Motion by Aram,
Second.
second by Karen. Roll call vote. William?
Aye.
I vote aye. Alvin?
Aye.
Karen?
Aye.
Aram?
Aye.
Francis?
Aye.
Motion passes. We have a couple of public hearings tonight. The first public hearing is a consideration of a zone change request from Office District to Old Town Mixed Use District on approximately 3.476 acres, legally described as Lot 1, Block A, SCA and TCB Louisville Edition, located at 400 West Main Street, as requested by Doug Oppenheimer, Denton County Holdings, the property owner. This is case number 21-04-4-Z.
Good evening, Commissioners. Give me 1 second to bring this up. This property, which is located at 400 West Main Street in Louisville's Old Town area, is the home of prototype IT and HD Fleet. The applicant, when moving into this space, created an outdoor area for their use and are now looking for an opportunity to rent this space out for private events. This type of use is not allowed in their current zoning, which is office district, but is allowed in the Old Town Mixed Use 2 zoning. This property is located just adjacent to the hospital, directly on the west. To the south, there is a vacant preschool as well as a parking lot and some homes and other businesses to the east. So the Old Town Mixed Use 2 zoning district allows for a large variety of uses and would permit an outdoor venue. So the applicant has approximately 1,600 square feet for this outdoor area. That would include 1,400 square feet for outdoor, and then 2,000 square feet for indoor, which features conference rooms, a kitchen, and the like. The Old Town Master Plan, which was approved back in 2003, recommended that this area be zoned medical district. Though it did recommend that the property directly east be zoned Old Town Mixed Use 2. Based on the proposed use and the current ownership, staff feels that Old Town Mixed Use 2 meets the overall intent of the Old Town Master Plan and aligns with the Louisville 2025 update, which encourages additional activities that would bring people to Old Town. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have regarding this zoning case.
What types of venues are they looking to have use this property?
So I think anything ranging from corporate events or anyone looking for a large gathering space would rent this. One thing I failed to mention is they do have 176 parking spaces reserved for this use, which does meet on the required parking found in the Old Town Development Ordinance.
They built this space originally for their own corporate use, and now they'd like to sort of rent that out on the weekends when they're not using it to use that to make a little bit more money as well. And they've been having trouble finding an office tenant for the other half of the building, but they think they might be more successful with sort of more of an event space.
Do we anticipate that there may be any noise issues arising from the use of the property?
We have talked to the applicant about that. It would be handled via our nuisance ordinance. So we've talked to them about amplified sound in the evenings because they are close to the hospital and residences. So they're aware of that. They're mostly, I think, looking at sort of corporate events and small gatherings is their intent.
What about the traffic? Like,
So kind of going back to what the traffic concern is, they do have adequate parking and space for any of these events.
Something else.
Before I open the public hearing, I'm sorry, go ahead, Richard.
I was going to say one additional item that commissioners may want to keep in mind too. This was the former school district building, and the school district did hold events in this area as well. So this would really continue that use in that area. And again, like Michelle mentioned, they would be governed by our noise ordinance. Most of their corporate events do seem to be fairly low key with not really any loud bands or anything. Very low key and kind of small scale gatherings, which is would probably be a very appropriate location for something like that.
Okay.
Is this by the MCL Grand?
So it's further west from the MCL Grand. So it's directly adjacent to the hospital. So there's I-35, the hospital, and this property.
It's got orange on the front, and they had those reindeer out during the Christmas time.
I
This
remember
was
when
the
it used to be a
student
bank.
services building, right? It was the student services building for LISD?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, I believe so. I believe this is where the school district used to get set up for their homecoming parades. So that site, was customarily used for a lot of different types of gatherings by the school district.
Okay, are there any more questions for staff before I open the public hearing? Okay, at this time, I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing. Anyone who wishes to speak, please follow the instructions that I read earlier regarding to either raise your hand button on your computer or the *9 on your phone.
Madam Chair, no one has raised their hand to speak yet on this public hearing.
Did we receive any cards or notes from anyone?
No, we did not.
Okay. Okay, and having no one come forward, I will go ahead then and close the public hearing. Commissioners, is there any further discussion? questions, concerns? Okay, then may I have a motion, please?
Move to approve the zone change request.
Motion by Karen,
Second.
second by Francis. Roll call vote, William.
Aye.
I also vote aye. Alvin?
We lost Alvin.
Oh, yeah, I don't
Also
see him.
dropped off the call. I didn't see that happen.
I did not either. Karen,
Aye.
Aram,
Aye.
and Francis.
Aye.
Okay, I guess we have, well, let's see, what's that, 4 and 1 absent at this point. 1, 2,
5 and 1.
5 and 1. I can't count. 5 and 1. Okay, hopefully, Alvin will be able to get back with us. Motion passes.
Thank you, Commissioners. This item will appear before City Council on June 7th for second and final public hearing.
Okay, thank you. The next public hearing is a consideration of a special use permit for an auto display, sales, outdoor, and repair facility on approximately 8.7246 acres on 2 tracts of land, being a portion of Lot 1R, Block A, the Bankston Nissan Edition, and Lot 2, Block A, the Bankston Nissan Edition, located at 1601 South Stemmons Freeway, zoned light industrial district, as requested by Jimmy Simone, West Wind Building Corp., on behalf of 1601 South Stemmons Freeway LLC, the property owner, case number 21-04-5-SUP.
Good evening, and we do have Alvin back now. Give me just a moment to pull my screen up here. So this was previously known as Bankston Nissan. It's Nissan of Louisville. It did obtain a special use permit back in 2017 to add the parking lot on the north side of Country Ridge Road. At that time, they were unsure of exactly where the TxDOT take would occur. So they wanted to kind of come back in the future and make some changes at a later date through an amendment to their existing SUP. Since then, they did change ownership. And so the new owner now is the one here for the TxDOT acquisition of the front of the property that's triggering the changes before you tonight for this new SUP. So you can see the aerial map here. You can see the location map. This property is zoned general business. We have, there's 2 phases proposed. The first phase is really just to respond to the TxDOT acquisition. So the TxDOT's acquiring all this area here in pink along the front of the property. In response to that acquisition, the applicant is having to reorganize their internal circulation and drives. They are providing a minimum 10-foot landscape buffer with all of the required landscaping, actually above what is required for the I-35 overlay. They are also, with phase 1, going to take down their existing polar pylon signs and go to low profile monument signs. And put in a shrub row as well as trees 30 feet center along I-35 frontage. We're moving fairly quickly with this SUP as the TxDOT demolition work is scheduled to begin sometime in the next 2 weeks. Phase 2 would be the addition of a small parking garage. It's just 2 levels that would be at the back portion of the site, the northwestern portion of the site. It would have frontage on Country Ridge Road, but this is not considered a primary pedestrian street. With the addition of this back garage, they would enhance the landscaping along Country Ridge Road. The garage itself would be clad in brick veneer. They would also provide all the pedestrian access internal to the site to Country Ridge Road and from I-35 as is required in the I-35 overlay. So overall, there's going to be enhanced landscaping on the site, better circulation, and then a garage. And let me show that to you. So this is the elevations for the garage. And it's really the north elevation that would be seen. And so they are doing brick and with 2 different types of brick, and then also some mesh screens to kind of reduce the visibility of any cars from the road. I have to zoom in so you can kind of see that texture there. And it would be neutral tones, mostly light gray and a slightly darker shade of gray. So staff is recommending approval of this SUP as it's an existing automotive dealership. And they're making improvements based on the TxDOT acquisition that are in line with the I-35 overlay requirements. There are going to be 5 variances associated with some of those requirements, which we'll talk about at the overlay board meeting. But those are related to driveway spacing to keep the 2 driveways existing. They're related to landscaping, and they're also related to the materials on the parking garage since they don't match the existing building. However, they are brick. And so staff is in support of that. The applicant is here and staff is available for any questions.
I have a question. I know that I'm not real positive exactly where this is. This has no impact on that proposed park off of Southwest Parkway, correct?
Correct. This is farther north of that.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions for Michelle? Okay, at this time, I'll go ahead and open up the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak, please raise your hand with using the raise your hand button or the *9.
We have one speaker currently with their hand raised, Jill Buckley. Jill, you should be able to speak now. You should.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, there you are.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm actually the property that backs up to Nissan. I'm Oaks of Louisville Apartments. And what would that mean when it comes to the fencing that is falling down and the issues we're having in between Nissan and the property as it is, and then you guys adding the 2-story parking?
I was unaware there were issues with the screening wall, or the fencing between you two. Can you tell us a little bit more what the issue is there?
There's 2 sets of fencing, and then there's trees and debris that's all within there. And anytime that we've contacted them, we've had no help or luck. And I've actually been the property manager here for 3.5 years.
Okay. So there is requirements for screening between commercial and residential. So it looks like if there's 2 screening walls that are just needing maintenance, we can work with you and the property owner to make sure that maintenance is obtained. And we actually do have the applicant here as well that can speak to that.
Yeah, I'd like to hear from the applicant, please.
All right. Chase Cooley is here as the applicant. Chase, you should be able to speak now.
Hello, everybody. Sure. So I wasn't aware of any issues back there. When you say there's an adjoining fence, is it behind the body shop parcel or behind the vacant parcel behind that?
It's the fence, I believe, on the south side of your property.
Yes.
On the south side.
Michelle, can we pull up the aerial photograph so that we can confirm the location that is being discussed?
Right here along the south line right here. Can everyone see my screen?
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can go back there. I can give you my number if there's any issues. Just reach out to me. I haven't heard of any complaints, and I'm not sure.
I've personally called at least 5 times, and they tell me that someone will get back to me, and nobody ever does, because there's been overgrowth, there's been tree issues, and we've had to pay for it on our end every time.
Okay.
So that's where, I mean, with fencing falling, and then now talked about proposed new buildings, and that's.
Yeah. So to give a clarification on the process side of this, phase 2, the addition of the parking garage would require an engineering site plan. With the engineering site plan, they would need to make sure that everything on property is currently meeting code, screening walls included. So we would take care of that, but I think that we can probably work offline with you and Mr. Cooley to make sure we address things even before they get to phase 2.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You want me to give you my cell phone?
Yes, please.
Okay, it's 214-597-8697. And my name's Chase.
887.
8697.
And you're Chase Cooley?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then can I just, like, where will the my supervisor was asking, where will the 2-story structure be in regards to the property line?
So it'll be farther up on the north part of the property line. Let me bring that site plan back up. So the apartments are down here on the south side, and it's located right here where it's in blue.
So it wouldn't affect us at all. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who is wishing to speak on this?
I see no more hands raised, Madam Chair.
Okay. Mr. Cooley, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, nothing in particular. The parking garage is just to allow us to get back the spaces that we're losing with the taking, and that's going to be in phase 2. So I spoke to Ms. Berry. I think we're going to have to follow back up with her before we actually commence phase 2 anyway. What we're trying to do now is just get the pole fencing and everything pushed back because the taking from the state is imminent, and then redoing all the frontage.
Okay. Have we received any cards or notes from anyone?
We have not.
Okay. Having no one else come forward, then I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing. Commissioners, do we have any discussion, concerns, or questions? If not, may I have a motion, please?
Move to approve.
Motion by William,
Second.
second by Francis. Roll call vote. William?
Aye.
I vote aye. Alvin?
Aye.
Karen?
Aye.
Aram?
Aye.
And Francis?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you,
The-
Commissioners.
I'm
This
sorry.
this item will go to the City Council for a second public hearing and final decision on May 17th.
Thank you. Okay, I always want to jump the gun. The Overlay District Board will meet following this Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. But we will go ahead and adjourn, and I just need a motion to adjourn, please.
Motion.
Move to adjourn.
I'll
Second.
say, all right, motion by Francis, second by Karen. Vote William?
Aye.
I vote aye. Alvin?
Aye.
Karen?
Aye.
Aram?
Aye.
Francis?
Aye.
We are adjourned. I'd like at this time to go ahead and call to order and announce that we have a quorum present for the Overlay District Board. And our first item of new business is to consider the approval of the minutes from the April 6th, 2021 meeting. And if there are no corrections or additions, may I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Motion by Karen,
Second.
second by Aram. Vote. William?
Aye.
I vote aye. Alvin,
Aye.
Karen,
Aye.
Aram,
Aye.
Francis.
Aye.
Motion passes. The next item is the consideration of 5 alternative standards regarding the landscaping, the driveway spacing, and the building materials associated with an SUP for an auto display, sales, outdoor, and repair facility on approximately 8.7246 acres on 2 tracts of land, being a portion of Lot 1R, Block A, the Bankston Nissan Edition, and Lot 2, Block A, Bankston Nissan Edition, located at 1601 South Stemmons Freeway, Zone Light Industrial District, as requested by Jimmy Simeon, West Wind Building Corp., on behalf of 1601 South Stemmons Freeway LLC, the property owner.
Good evening, Commissioners. Let me go ahead and share with you the exhibit that we have for this one. So there are 5 alternative standards being requested. I'll just want to clarify all of these are associated for the most part with phase 2, except for the driveway spacing, since that's happening with the TxDOT acquisition. So the first is to allow control of access. It's approximately 132 feet as opposed to 250 feet. And the second is to allow driveway spacing of approximately 90 feet in lieu of the 230 feet, because there is a driveway immediately to the south here. Our engineering department did speak with TxDOT about this. TxDOT has no concerns about putting in both these driveways back. The applicant stated that it's important for them to be able to separate some of the various traffic that comes onto the site for people looking to purchase cars versus service cars. And so they would like very much to keep the 2 entrances as well. And our engineering department has no objections to those requests. The third alternative standard is to allow the existing canopy trees that are currently spaced about 50 feet on center along Country Ridge Road to remain. Those existing trees do have fairly substantial canopies. So in lieu of putting canopy trees approximately 30 feet on center, which would probably be unsuccessful for the tree health, the applicant would replant in between the existing canopy trees ornamental trees, just to add some additional landscaping along Country Ridge Road, but make it so that the trees could be optimally healthy. Then the next landscape-related alternative standard is to allow the existing landscape islands to remain and not require any additional landscape islands to be cut in the parking lot areas, provided that the number of trees that's required in the parking lot is provided somewhere on site. A little bit, we're not sure which of these areas are going to be display, which does not require the landscaping, versus parking, which would require the landscaping, and that's why I don't have a number for you. But the thought is whatever the required number of trees are, which is 1 tree per 8 parking spaces, they would ensure that they have that on site, and they would put it into either existing landscape islands or other existing landscaped areas. We've done that on a few other projects. And then the final 5th alternative standard that they're requesting is to have a parking garage that's not the same materials as the main structure, and that's so that they can do the all brick parking garage. And I'm going to pull up some street view for you in just a second here, so you can kind of get a better sense of what Country Ridge Boulevard looks like. Give me just 1 second. So you can see these are the trees currently planted on Country Ridge Boulevard. So we would be adding ornamental trees between each of these more canopy type trees along Country Ridge Boulevard, in addition to a shrub row. And you can see also the existing building is like a lot of auto dealerships, sort of an architectural metal. But the parking garage, which would be farther down Country Ridge Road, where it would be kind of blocking this rear part of the site, would all be brick. So staff's here if you have any questions about any of these alternative standards. They all require a recommendation by the overlay board and final approval by the city council.
When we say ornamental tree, what does that include?
So that's an understory tree. So that would include like a crepe myrtle or a red bud, desert willow, or one of those lower canopy species that doesn't get more than 20 or 30 feet tall.
Okay.
Are there any other questions for staff? If not, may I have a motion, please?
Move to approve.
Motion by William,
Second.
second by Aram. Vote William.
Aye.
I vote aye. Alvin,
Aye.
Karen,
Aye.
Aram,
Aye.
and Francis.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you,
The,
Commissioners. These alternative standards will be brought before the City Council on the 17th.
thank you. Okay, our final item tonight will be to adjourn the overlay district board. May I have a motion, please?
Move to adjourn.
Motion by Karen,
Second.
second by Aram. Vote William.
Aye.
I vote aye. Alvin,
Aye.
Karen,
Aye.
Aram,
Aye.
Francis.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.